My name is Peyton Miller, and I am the graduate assistant for the Office of Student Engagement here at the University of Arkansas at Monticello. And for our final project in legal class, I have decided to do it over Act 562, which is possession of concealed handguns on college campuses. To give you a basic introduction of what I wrote my paper over, in March 2017, a law passed that will allow concealed carry permit holders to bring guns on public college campuses in Arkansas. Arkansas became the 10th state in the country to allow students to bring guns on campus, although each state's policy is slightly different. Other states have passed similar legislation, which include Texas, Colorado, Georgia, Idaho, Kansas, Mississippi, Oregon, Utah, and Wisconsin. I was kind of surprised that Texas, Georgia, and Mississippi were the only southern states because in the South we were very gun friendly. So I was very surprised to see that. But to complete, your registration for getting a concealed carry, you have to complete an Arkansas State Police Enhanced Certification Training course, and that can be up to 8 hours or more. When they passed the new bill, there was some exceptions that came with it. After Arkansas Act 562 passed, the legislature passed Arkansas Act 859, which exempts certain locations, including athletic events and the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences (UAMS) building, from campus carry if school officials' security plans for the venues are approved by state police. And they did that because athletic events, they're very highly populated, and that's a very large security risk if there was to be a gun there. And University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences is not only a school, but it's also a hospital, and you can't have guns in hospitals because that breaks their rules, let alone the university rules. So first we're going to talk about Senator Trent Garner. Senator Garner graduated from the University of Arkansas in Little Rock. He attended the University of Arkansas School of Law, where he graduated with his Juris Doctor and Master in Arts in Political Science. Professionally, he is a licensed attorney. Born in Magnolia, Senator Garner was raised in Harmony Grove. He lives in El Dorado with his wife Kelly and his son Lincoln. Senator Trent Garner represents Senate District 27, which is comprised of Union County and portions of Calhoun, Cleveland, Grant, Jefferson, and Ouachita counties. Serving his first term in the Arkansas Senate, he is vice chairman of the Senate Rules, Resolutions, and Memorials Committee. Senator Garner was a Special Forces Green Beret who served 2 tours in Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. His military decorations include Bronze Star with 5 device, Combat Infantry Badge, and Special Forces tab. And then we have Representative Charlie Collins. Representative Collins is a small business owner. He is a graduate of Franklin High School in Michigan. He is a veteran and received a bachelor's degree from the U.S. Naval Academy. He earned a master's degree in quantitative economics from George Washington University, and he and his wife Leanne have 4 children, 2 sons and 2 daughters. Representative Charlie Collins of Fayetteville is serving his 4th term in the Arkansas House of Representatives. He represents District 84, which includes part of Washington County. For the 91st General Assembly, he serves for the chair of the House Insurance and Commerce Committee. He also serves the House Revenue and Taxation Committee and the Joint Budget Committee. For the 90th General Assembly, he serves as chair of the House Insurance and Commerce Committee, and during the 89th General Assembly, he served the chair of the House Revenue and Taxation Committee. So I talk about these 2 men because they are the main 2 supporters for the bill, and I just wanted to give you a little background so you know their stance on the bill and other issues as we go forward. Now we can dive into the actual meat of what the bill comprises of. So basically the nickname that they gave for this bill is the Campus Carry Act. So when you think about campus carry and all that entails, you have to think about the definition of it and what that really means. So the definition of concealed carry is a handgun must be covered from observation so as to prevent public view. In other words, concealed carry licensees shall not carry a handgun openly for any other manner in which the handgun is visible, to ordinary observation by a reasonable person or in public view. The bill was first introduced on January 23rd, 2017, and it passed on March 22nd, 2017. And I was very surprised to see that the bill passed in such short amount of time, because usually I know that in politics things take a lot longer. So I guess they really were, wanting to get this bill moved in and moved out. When I read more into the bill, I looked at something that kind of caught my eye, and it was about public versus private. And it talked about how private universities don't have to follow this rule because, they get their money from different sources and scholarships for students come in a different place. And I was very fascinated to see that when I was looking into the bill. Now that the bill is passed, it's been, over a year, we have to look at the impact of our students. So there's an overwhelming number of college students who are opposed to concealed weapons on their campuses. 78% of students who were surveyed from 15 Midwestern colleges and universities expressed opposition to concealed weapons, according to a study which was published in the Journal of American College Health. And I was really surprised to see that every 4 out of 5 students are not in favor of allowing guns on campus. So as you see, there is a very big amount of worry and discord when it comes to students thinking about their safety and when it comes to carrying guns on campus. When I looked more into some research and some data, I found that about 16% of undergraduates own a firearm. 20% have witnessed a crime on their campuses that involved firearms. About 79% of students would not feel safe if faculty, students, and visitors carried concealed handguns on campuses. About 66% did not feel that carrying a gun would make them less likely to be troubled by others. Half of students did not know whether their university even had a policy regarding firearms or anything related to that on campus. And that most students also believe that permitting concealed guns would increase the rate of suicides and homicides on campus. And then when I just read that statistics, it really made me, open my eyes to a lot of different things, and it makes me look at guns a little bit differently now here on campus. Part of the assignment for the paper was we had to think about what we would do if we got to talk to the legislative committee members. And I do not agree with the bill. I feel that college students, they're not emotionally or mentally mature yet to handle that. Yes, I know they are 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, and that's part of being an adult. I just feel like there's a lot of responsibility that comes with, having a gun. And that doesn't mean I'm pro-gun or anti-gun, because I see both sides. I see where pro-gun, it's for protection, and it gives you a sense of empowerment if something, has happened to you that you feel like you needed. Anti-gun because of mass shootings and recklessness and all that. So I see both sides of the coin, and, I'm kind of the middleman on that topic. And when I think about it more, I think about it from an academic setting. Like, students, they spend most of their time in an academic room or a library or a cafeteria where they wouldn't necessarily need a gun. Like, if you go hunting, for example, I would think you need a gun. If you go to a shooting range, I think you would need a gun. But, if you're going to a committee meeting or a fraternity, sorority mixer or something like that, you don't necessarily need a gun. That type of environment doesn't call for that. And I feel like my beliefs in this comes from my, history, because I attended the University of Arkansas at Monticello, where we are a very small agriculture, close-knit kind of family, and I feel very safe here. I have always felt very safe at my institution, and the reason why I feel like this is because I feel like we have a very good university police system. We have a very good, UBIT team here on campus, which is a university behavior intervention team. And I also found that we have a University of Arkansas at Monticello security report / fire safety report, and it statistically proves that our university has lower crime rates, especially when it comes to guns and weapons of that sort. So I don't feel like students need that extra protection that they think they do. I feel like they are already well protected but I also want to acknowledge the fact that they have those feelings and those feelings are valid, and I would never want to take those away from anybody. So with my final decision, I would have to just say I think they have to do what is best for Arkansans, and I would just have to support whatever they decided on, which they voted for it and it passed. I thought this was really exciting. I found some frequently asked questions when it comes to concealed carry, and this is coming from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock Public Safety Department. So the first question says, what should I do if I see a handgun on campus and feel threatened? If you see someone carrying a handgun on campus and you feel threatened, you should contact campus police or security because the law prohibits visible display of handguns. Question 2 says, may I ask someone if they have a concealed carry permit? Yes, but the individual being asked has no obligation to answer. An individual with a concealed carry permit who has completed the additional enhanced certification training is not required to reveal their permit unless asked by law enforcement. Question 3. May a student carry a handgun to a meeting with a professor or staff member? Generally, yes, provided that the student or employee is 21 or over and has a concealed carry license and has successfully completed the certification training. However, neither a student nor an employee is permitted to carry a concealed handgun into a location where an unofficial meeting is being conducted in accordance with documented grievance or disciplinary procedures. Question 4 says, may a student who legally possesses a concealed handgun be excluded from a classroom or university office on the grounds that the student's presence of his and her concealed weapon consists a class disruption? No, the mere act of carrying a concealed handgun does not, make them a disruption. Another person's adverse reaction to someone carrying a handgun is not in accordance with Arkansas law. And the last question, can a supervisor request a list of employees who have concealed carry permits? No, because this information is not a matter of public record. And I picked these questions because I feel like they were very, general, specific, and they just would kind of give you a basic rundown of campus carry laws. And there's more information out there, so I highly suggest, you research it if you are interested in this topic or if you want to know more about what the policies are for your college campus. And lastly, I just want to say thank you so much. I really enjoyed looking into all the information that comes with this. I found it very insightful, very learning, and I hope that I can take this information and use it to help other schools and other universities, and maybe even take it and use it to better our policies and procedures here on my campus. So good luck with finals, good luck with this project, and I will see you all at graduation. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful evening.